we are today in Dartmouth at the entrance to the harbour on a very sunny, wonderful autumn afternoon, and we're on board a motor yacht called INISAIG. She is a Philips 50 built at the Philips shipyard here in Dartmouth, one of a range of 50-foot motor yachts they built. This boat has been based here on the Dart for quite a number of years and is a very prized piece of our local maritime history here. Here we are on the aft deck. She differs to some of the others in that she's got this very large expanse of aft deck with slightly raised top sides rather than small side decks and a superstructure and a coach roof, which is great for entertaining. Take a walk around here and get a feel for the size of the deck. So we've got these guardrails all round, varnished teak capping rails, and these painted galvanised iron stanchions. These rather nice fittings, these big chrome bronze cleats, and matching fair leads here. So we've got a set of stainless davits hanging over the back end for the dinghy, and then in here this teak hatch, looking big lazarette locker there, all sorts of storage space. So you can see the wheelhouse roof here extends aft. You've got nice little seating areas here tucked in the back of the wheelhouse. Quite nice when you're on passage, very sheltered spot to be in. So she's got a little mast here. Now you can set a sail on that. Also carries nav lights, wind instruments, VHF aerials, etc. You can see in front of us there Dartmouth Castle looking out to sea. Here we're walking along the side decks, and you've got sliding doors either side here into the wheelhouse. Gates here in the cabin rail. All this superstructure is teak, all varnished teak, with sheathed coach roof decks. Moving forward here, a little bit of swell coming into the mouth of the harbour here at the entrance. Now we've got a big expanse of foredeck. Centrally you've got these hatches here, two four hatches, which you'll see later on in the video. They give light and ventilation into the cabins below. Again, these lovely big chrome bronze cleats, all original features. And you can see here the teak stanchions, covering boards and bulwarks, and the capping. And then right in the bows, big chrome bronze Panama eyes and a substantial stanchion post there for mooring lines. Here we are looking aft and on the deck. These boats are very typical of their time. The design had moved on from the early pre-war sort of Silvers motor yachts. It had more beam, more hull form stability, made them better steamboats, more volume. The superstructure starting to become slightly more angular, but still very attractive and nicely proportioned. Here we've got these deck boxes in varnished teak, useful for storing warps and fenders and so on. And the sunshine's coming out for us. Move back here to the aft deck. This is one of her very special features, is this deck. You can also have a cover over the boom, so you can have it covered in wetter weather if you still want to entertain outside. Moving along here, you can see these teak gutters here, which take the water, stop the water running off the wheelhouse roof and down in through this open sliding door, and just run the water away. And we step down and into the wheelhouse. We're now back in the marina here in Dartmouth with the boat back on her mooring, and we can have a look around inside. So we are in the wheelhouse. Got this port side helm position, and you can see out here very good visibility right the way around, looking out the side doors, the sliding side doors either side of the wheelhouse. So if you're handling the boat in close quarters, it's very easy to see what's going on. You've got all your engine instrument panels here, various switches, this autopilot and a little plotter all linked up. Here we've got depth sounders, wind, log and a DSC VHF. So you've got a little seat here on this port side, and then a hanging locker, all your rubbish moving. And then starboard aft corner, we've got a chart desk. Quite a lot of space here. And you've got drawers underneath and so on. So if we start by going forward, heading down these companion steps, main saloon here. So you've got U-shaped seating around the port side. Goes around the saloon table with stools on this side you can fit in if you need more space. Plenty of light, good visibility in the saloon. You don't feel like you're crammed down below in the dark. And see grab rails up here off the deck head for moving around at sea. Here's an electric heater, wood effect electric bar heater. More grab rails, and we step down here into the galley area. Here we got a Smurf oven, Smurf 3-burner grill top, Dometic fridge here. So everything you need, lots of storage space. These nice worktops. These obviously, this is not original. This has been changed at some point in the time, but nice and crisp and clean. Hot and cold pressurised water here with a stainless sink. And a feature throughout the boat, which I'll show you, you can see the structure. She used to have, back aft, she used to have head linings and side linings on the hull. It's all been taken away and the hull repainted, which is nice. It gives very good ventilation. It's good for the longevity of the hull, but it's also nice that you can actually see the structure, see how she's built. It's not trying to hide anything. You can see the underside here of the solid laid teak deck, and the readings that have been put in. Nice little feature. Starboard side here, opposite the galley, is one of the heads compartments. This pink porcelain is an original feature of the boat. You'll see back aft in the other heads as well. New heads, these are electric sea toilets. And then into the forward cabin. So you've got a single berth here. And another single berth the other side. Now what's interesting, you'll note this box here protruding into the fore cabin. Now that is actually the berth for the original crew cabin, which is forward of this bulkhead here, and you access it via a little fore hatch, and it was designed for when the boat was built. She had a paid hand on board, paid crew, and that was their space up forward. Now actually modern times it's not really needed. It's not how people sail, not how people use a boat like this. It could be altered. This plywood bulkhead could be removed and that space there incorporated into this forward cabin somehow if needed, but it is at the moment, it is as original. Here we are moving back aft, looking at the galley. And then up the steps into the saloon. And up again into the wheelhouse. So now we'll drop down aft, down this central companionway to the after cabins. So at the base of the companionway here, on the port side, is the twin guest cabin. Two good sized berths here. And this side table writing desk. And behind here more locker space and so on. Again, you can see all the hull structure and the deck as well, the deck head. All the head linings that were originally here have been removed. And then across here into the master cabin heads. So you see what I mean about the pink. This is all original. Heads compartment with a hand basin. It's a good sized bath. And again, all the interior, the structure of the hull, all laid open, repainted, easy to see. And again here we got a electric sea toilet. And then into the owner's cabin, main cabin. Two separate berths here. Single on this port side and a double, possibly a small double on the starboard side. All this joinery is original. And again, all the hull, inside of the hull opened up, repainted, so we can see everything. Hand basin here with hot and cold pressurised water. And more original joinery over on this port side. There we are, moving back forward again. Up the steps. and into the wheelhouse. And while we're here in the wheelhouse, have a quick look into the engine room. Down below here, there's a pair of Perkins 6354 diesels, normally aspirated. Very reliable, economical engines. Been very well maintained. And in the middle here is a Dynamica diesel generator.